Hello everybody, it is yet another day. It is Sunday today, and as you may be able to see behind me, the track lighting is up. Again, maybe you could see it, but I did pick up bulbs for it, and, well, let's take a look at what I picked up. So, I ended up picking up these EcoSmart bulbs from the Home Depot, and the reason I picked these up is they were on clearance for $8 a box. So, I was like, that's a little more than $1 a bulb. That's good enough for trying out and at least getting some bulbs in it at the moment. So, being cheap, I decided to pick these up and put them in here. So we have the R30 LED bulbs from the Home Cheapo in here. And I've decided, I did this last night and forgot to do a video of it, but thought about it. I decided we have 4 of them that point directly down to light up this area in general, and then there's 5 of them that are pointed at things. So you can see there's 2 there and 3 over here. So there we go. Let me go and turn them on. So we have these dimmers here that are put in upside down. I don't know why they did them upside down, but they did. So they're dimmed right this moment. These are soft white like it said on the package. So we'll brighten them all the way up. And of course it gets very nice and bright. Lights everything up very nice and evenly on the floor, everywhere. So that is that. They do get pretty dim. You can dim them way down. Let me see here. You can get them dimmer than that, I think, too. Yeah, see, you can get these pretty dim. They do a pretty good job at doing that. You can kind of see the configuration of the LEDs in there. It looks like there's 2 sets of 4, so 8 altogether. But yeah, so the idea is I'll get some more that are spotlight LEDs, and those will be used in some of these that are, highlighting certain areas or items, or rather than just the flood bulbs that put the light in a flood, it'll do it more in a spot. So I'll have to go around and look at that, but this package of bulbs works good for the moment. It gets light and does well, obviously. This is what the 2 that I had before. These came out of the eyeball lights over there. But these are the bulbs. They do still sell these. I don't know if they were just discontinuing this package design or something, because I saw them on the shelf. You can get a pack of 4 of them for like twice the price that I got these for. Maybe it's a different generation or something. Either way, 650 lumens. I believe a 60 watt is what, 800 or something? So, 9 watts. A lot better than 65 per bulb to save some energy. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of these. I'd like the filament LEDs, but being cheap and they get the job done for the moment, I'm happy with it. These other 3 will get used in another piece of track lighting that I've had for quite some time that I'll probably end up putting somewhere in the garage. So yeah, that is that. I'll see if I can find some like spotlight style bulbs to put in these. And it works quite well. So, looking at this thing, it's the Hunter Original. See that there? And there's its blades. So, I have located, using my poke many holes method and a guesstimation, where the stud is. So, that middle hole in the group of a bunch of them right there in the middle of the screen is the center of the stud, and the 2 outer holes in that grouping are the sides of the stud. And that's how I find exactly where the center of the stud is, because you want to find the center. You don't want to screw into the side or something and have it crack or whatever. So once I determine where it is, I do this method to figure out where the center is, and then obviously the cover will be big enough to cover up my little poking holes. But yeah, so that's centered between the track and this little wall here, and that's where the fan will sit. So I did end up going and getting appropriate bolts for it. So the next step that you'll see in the next clip is we'll have a bracket on the ceiling. got the bracket on the ceiling, and I decided to add some washers to it just to even out the pressure from the bracket, because, you know, it's drywall, it's not exactly a solid object. So just to even out the pressure there, the force, whatever. So I got those two there, and I decided to use one of the shorter ones that I bought, and the longer one. The longer one's only like this much longer, but they're both pretty nice and beefy. This thing isn't going anywhere. Of course, pre-drilled a small hole to help guide it in there. And yeah, this thing is up there. Definitely went into a joist. It's not going anywhere. So, next step is to put this up there. Now we got the motor up, and it's up there really good. Of course it has play in it, that's just how it is. But yeah, I even gave some pressure on it too, and I didn't hear any give from the bolts in the joist. So this thing is up there, really sturdy, really well. So obviously this doesn't exactly match that or any of the other stuff here. I mean, the wood blades will match all the wood stuff, you know, like the fire mantle, I guess, and the table and whatever else furniture there is. But yeah, it needs to be cleaned a little bit, so I think I'll do that. Want to find some type of wire to wire it up naturally, and we'll put the blades on. So that's where it will be. Got the blades on, and it's working without power. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, I haven't decided what kind of wire I want to use yet. So I have an idea in mind. I think that's what I'll do. I have some extra like lamp cord wire, and that should be appropriate for this. Because it's the same type of idea as like a swag kit or whatever those things were called, that would have a chain and a wire in it to hook up to your fan or light or whatever it may be. But those are the two most common things. So it's up, and I'm gonna wire it now and get the canopy on it. Well, the Hunter Original is up and running. So it's just above its 7 feet limit. Obviously don't want a ceiling fan lower than that. I think it's like 7 feet and 2 inches or something. But yeah, working great. Need to look up how often to oil the thing, because I know you need to do that. There's a little hole on top, tells you how to do it. Just need to know how often. Nice and quiet. Got the wire going up and over, and it'll go down and around and to some outlets I'll have back there. But for the moment, it's just plugged in to the most convenient spot so that we can share what it looks like. So there we go, track lighting and the ceiling fan. Very nice. Something else might happen over there. So the Hunter Original now has a copycat friend over here. A banana fan. Yes, this I just wanted to put up to really just get it off the floor at the moment. It needs to be cleaned up and stuff because it's got white on it and whatever. There's some type of tarnish happening on this blade arm. But anyway, I don't know where the canopy is either. It had one. It's got to be somewhere, whether it's here or back home, I don't know. But for the moment, that's what it's going to have to be. At least the canopy hook is the same finish as the fan itself, so it matches. But again, have a hook up there to hold the fan. It goes into a joist, so it's not going anywhere. It's nice and sturdy. Same exact height, I measured it because I was curious, as the Hunter Original from the floor to the housing there. So obviously this one has a variable pull chain speed control. I don't know if I ever shared this on the channel. It's probably somewhere. But yeah, so there is the fan, so there'll just be two. I wanted one kind of over here for this area and one for that area. Again, I can't put one over there because of the projector, but these two will work really well for this area here. So I got to get wire to wire it up and figure out some type of canopy thing and somehow to make it look decent and not good. So we'll work on that, but at least it is up, and that's a lot better than sitting around on the floor It's at least in its home for the moment. And with it being a hook, any type of fan can be put up there that has that type of mounting. So these are easily switchable, which is nice. Speaking of this one, I did something extra. If we work our way into the bathroom here, we'll find a little, I believe it's a Heritage or something, little spinner fan. And this, I wanted to have a fan in here other than just the exhaust fan, because it seems to always feel really musty and humid in this bathroom, even though the fan does a good job. When you go outside, it has good airflow out there. But you know, the shower, you can still see it's still wet inside. Takes a bit of time. Of course, it'd probably be optimal to have it like right here so it can blow in there. But I think it looks a little better over here. So this one is wired up. It's wired appropriately. It comes down and gets plugged in here. Gotta straighten out the wire a little bit, but just wanted to share it here. I have it blowing up at the moment, and it does a good job in this little tiny room. So that is that. I opened up that grate there to figure out what was up there, and also to find the joists, or the studs, whatever you'd like to call them, with the joists and ceiling. So I could measure the 16 inches to find the correct spot to put this one. So it's up there real nice. The blades do have stencils on them, but it's on the opposite side. That's just how this fan has always been. And there's a story behind all these, so someday I'll have to do that. It'd just be too long right now. But yeah, we got 3 fans, 3 ceiling fans in the basement. One in the bathroom to help circulate the air with the washer dryer and shower and whatnot. We got one right here in between the main room and this little room over here. And of course, the big heavy Hunter Original. I turned the other one on for you, but like I said, I gotta get wire to wire it up. So we will get there, one thing at a time. Anyway, I suppose that's enough for this vlog. It's probably quite long as of this moment. So we got the track lighting up, we got some ceiling fans up. I need to do a little bit of organization here because the boxes from all of it are around, but other than that, I'm really happy with it. Got to get some spotlight bulbs for the sides, for the walls, instead of just the regular ones, but the ones that we got are working good for the moment. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little vlog, house update, whatever. There'll be more to come. But also please comment, rate, share, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.